Anybody interested? All right. First thing I want to do is I want to acknowledge you for being here. There's a saying that says 80% of success is just what? Showing up. So since I can't reach well, we have a little ritual here. And all I need you to do is reach around, tap both your neighbors on the back, and go, congratulations for being here. I want to thank you for your time. And I want to thank you for your trust. You know, speaking of trust, it reminds me of a story of this guy who's walking along the edge of a cliff. And all of a sudden he slips and he falls off. But he has the presence of mind to turn around and grab onto the ledge. And he's holding on to the ledge and holding on. And he doesn't know what to do. And he's holding on. And finally he yells up and goes, is there anybody up there that can help me? There's no one. Is there anybody up there that can help me? And all of a sudden this big bellowing voice calls out and goes, this is God. I can help you. Just let go and trust. And all of a sudden you hear, is there anybody else up there that can help me? Anytime I do any seminars, I have 2 rules. How many rules? First rule is this. Don't believe a word I say. Now, why might I suggest that? That's right. Whose experience can I come from? Just my experience. It does not make it true. It doesn't make it false. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it wrong. Just makes it my experience. But all I can let you know is that the principles you're going to hear tonight transformed my life and have now transformed the lives of thousands and thousands of other people. And if you learn them and you what? Use them, apply them, I believe they can transform your life too. So, all I can ask of you is, would you be willing to be open for this evening and try the material out in whose life? In your life. Whatever works for you, keep on what? Doing. Whatever does work, you're welcome to what? Throw it out. How many people are willing to be open for tonight? Anybody not? Will see. Thank you. As for rule number 2, how many would like to get the most out of this evening? Good. How many like to learn faster tonight? How many like to remember more of what you learn? Research shows the key to that is what? Who can tell me? Repetition, listening, participation. Thank you. Involvement, absolutely. How many know us ask a lot of questions? You haven't noticed? What do questions do? Yes, questions hook the mind. What do? Raise your hand if you're in business whatsoever. Raise your hand if you have customers or you'd like to have customers. Raise your hand if you'd like to have customers to listen to you for once in a while. From here on in, you're going to ask them a what? Question. Very good. Also, sometimes you notice I leave the last word off the end of my sentence and your mind just fills in the, you guys are good. And then often I'll ask you to repeat things. To what? Now, why on earth would I ask you to repeat things? Yes, right, for involvement, for sure. But isn't it true that if I say something, it means one thing, but if you say it, it means what? Everything. Yes? So how many of you willing to participate 100% tonight? Anybody not? We'll find out. So since we're going to spend the next little while together, is it okay if I tell you just a little bit about myself? Yes? I guess I'm one of those people that try just about everything and anything to make it. Anybody else? No one I'm talking about here. Had over a dozen different small businesses. I was in the perfume business. I was in the jewelry business. I was in the t-shirt business. I was in the novelty business. I was in the coupon business. I was in the dating business. I didn't get any dates, so I got out of the dating business. And I have to admit that the early ones were complete what? Disasters. I mean, real disasters. It was almost like the Loch Ness Monster type of syndrome. You know, I had heard of this thing called profit, but I never saw any of it, right? But then one night I got really lucky. I actually came home and my father was actually having dinner with one of the richest gentlemen in the entire city. And I knew this man. I knew that he was a friend of his, but I'd never seen him at our house. And I had moved back to my parents' house because I was broke as usual, right? You know, you do the business, you move out, and then you go broke and you go back to your parents' house. That happened until I was 61. So, anyways, for too long. And so I was back with my folks and living downstairs. And this gentleman was there, and I knew he was, and he owned half the city. I'm telling you, this guy was, if he wasn't a billionaire, he was darn close. But he wasn't just rich, he was a fabulous man. He was very spiritual, he had a heart of gold, he had a beautiful family, he was very family-oriented. So he was just one of these guys that you just wanted to emulate, he just had it all together. You know what I'm saying? Well, these very special people. And I guess my father had been crying the blues to him about my situation, as usual. And he took me to a side and he said, would you like a word of advice? Well, you know, I said, sure, you know. And he said, Harv, if you're not doing as well as you like to be doing, all that means is there's something